I viewed 5 flats in South London around the £2,000 a month mark. And I want to show you what this budget actually gets you because the range of standards is wild. Let me show you how your money could get you a jaw-dropping view or cost you your health. This flat is a 3-minute walk from Brixton Underground station. It's super central, but it's also on the 5th floor facing the courtyard, so it's actually super quiet. When you come in, you have this hallway that leads to the living room with an open plan kitchen. Look, I'm not here to judge people's cleanliness level, not at all. My only goal is to show you what your money can get you in London, because I think more transparent information will give more power to tenants. But this place was clearly neglected by the tenant. It was absolutely disgusting, which is a shame because the space is actually nice and big. The kitchen is okay. There isn't a lot of countertop space, but there is some storage and it's decently equipped with a washing machine and a full-size fridge. But just look at the state of it. Honestly, I don't understand how some people can live like that. We also have big windows and a little balcony that opens onto the back of the building, so it's quiet and the view is fine. Then here you have a couple of cupboards. One has the boiler inside and the other one is just storage space. Here's the bathroom, which is a good size, but again, it is in horrific condition. It is extremely dirty and there is clearly a mold issue on the ceiling. And the bedroom is a very good size. One weird detail, it stays furnished with all the wardrobes and drawers, but not the bed. It's facing the train tracks, which I feared would be very noisy. But I didn't hear a thing when the trains passed by. Here again, the state of the windowsill is horrendous. The window can't be open, which will make it hard to ventilate the property to prevent mold. So even though there is clear neglect from the tenant overall, the mold in the bathroom and the bedroom were the sign of a bigger issue. If you can't ventilate properly, it doesn't matter how clean you keep the place, mold will be unavoidable. So this flat was a big disappointment early in the day. It was listed at £1,900 a month, which is a good price for the size and location. But if you lose your health due to black mold, it's not worth it. But next, I had a viewing literally next door, and it was much more promising. So this one is on the same street, still a 3-minute walk from Brixton Underground in a better maintained building. It's on the 1st floor with a lift, and the flat is in perfect condition. When you come in, you have a big hallway with the laundry cupboard right on the left. It's spacious and practical, nothing to say. Then the boiler is in the next cupboard with a bit of storage space. On the right we have the bathroom, which is a very good size and in perfect condition. There is a bath, a shelf and storage. And here there is hardwood floor everywhere, which is something my client wanted, so it's a cool bonus. The bedroom is a very good size. There is an integrated wardrobe, space for a double bed or even a king size if you'd like. The biggest downside of the flat is the view that is blocked by the building right next door, which seriously alters the privacy and brightness of the room. Same thing in the reception room. The open plan kitchen is spotless. Plenty of storage and countertop space, all integrated appliances, including a dishwasher. And then on this side there is the living room, which looks great. But again, my biggest issue is the view. You can literally catch up with your neighbors from the balcony. It's also slightly noisy because there is quite a busy road just here. Although I wouldn't say it is a deal breaker if you're not sensitive to noise, it's not that loud for a super central flat. It was listed at £2,150 a month. Overall it was a good size at 50 square meters or 445 square feet, furnished with what you see in the video, and the balcony was a plus, even though it wasn't super private. I could have recommended this flat to another client, but for this one, it didn't match her priorities. So just to put that in perspective. Same street, same 3-minute walk to Brixton station. This one was £1,900 a month, had a better view, but also needed a crazy load of maintenance, with potential long-term damage that would be hard to reverse. This one is £250 more expensive, but in perfect condition and move-in ready. That's why I always recommend to at least see a couple of places in the same area. It's the best way to know what your money is worth. And if you'd like to have me in your corner to look and find the perfect flat for you and your specific needs, you can book a free call. The link is below. We are moving further north for the next one, which is a 5-minute walk from Oval Underground Station. It started well with this entrance at the back of the building and this cute little shared square. The flat itself is on the second floor with no lift, and it will be completely unfurnished. In the hallway, there is a cupboard here on the left, where the tenants added a separate freezer. Then this is the bedroom, which is a bit awkward. There isn't really a good way to put the bed without blocking the window, because they put this wardrobe on the side. The curtains are closed because it was a very hot day, and I struggled to open them without breaking everything. But the view is fine. It isn't on a busy road, so it's pretty quiet. The living room is a decent size, but it is carpeted, which is a downside for my client. Then the bathroom is a disappointment. There is a bath, a shelf to put stuff, and a window, so that's great. But on this side, the wall clearly has an issue. I don't know if it's a humidity issue or something else, but it's clearly not in great condition. And then the kitchen is fine. There is a window which is nice and a dishwasher, but again, it's not super well maintained. Some of the handles are broken and the ceiling has clearly seen better days. The agent told me that there had been a leak from the upstairs neighbours, but that was fixed and the ceiling would be repainted. But still, for £2,000 a month, it's not super appealing. In the end, this one was a pass. The location was great, but it had an odd layout, a dated kitchen, and it needed a fair bit of maintenance. This next one is the complete opposite. It is brand new and absolutely spotless. It's a 7-minute walk from Borough Underground Station, so super central, but the road itself was surprisingly quiet. When you get in, there is this small hallway. Then you have the bathroom, which only has a shower, but it is in perfect condition and it has a window. Here you have the laundry cupboard with the washing machine. On this side, there is the separate kitchen, which is also absolutely spotless. There is a good amount of storage and countertop space and a full-size fridge. Here's the separate living room with wooden floor and it's opening onto the communal garden. And that's the bedroom with another big window and an integrated cupboard. And it looks brand new, which is a huge bonus. Now, this flat was a ground floor, which is often less appealing because of brightness and security concerns. I wouldn't say that the brightness was an issue here, but it was opening directly onto the street. This would be a deal breaker for a lot of people, and it certainly was for my client, so I moved on. And it is time for the best flat of the day. Get ready for a breathtaking view. This one is slightly further south. The closest station is Stockwell and it is a 20-minute walk, which is the biggest downside of this place. It's on the 5th floor of this new building and the street is super quiet. When you get in, there is a large hallway. It's bright and airy, there is plenty of space to leave your coats and shoes. Right on the left, there is the bathroom, which is a very good size. There is a bath, it's fully tiled, there is a big mirror, it's nice and clean. On the left, there is the laundry cupboard with shelves, the boiler, and the washing machine, of course. Then this is the bedroom, which has a large window and an integrated wardrobe. And there is an access to the balcony through the bedroom. Then this is the reception room with the open plan kitchen. There is a nice wooden floor and big windows opening onto the balcony. And the kitchen is super nice. There is plenty of storage, an integrated full-size fridge. The dishwasher has a little bump in the door, but that's going to be fixed. Nice sink and nice cupboards. One downside is that the living room feels a bit dark. It's facing east, so it would be bright mainly in the morning, but the balcony of the upstairs neighbors is not helping. But the view from the balcony is absolutely incredible. You can see everything. The city, Canary Wharf, Battersea, this is a real highlight of the flat. So this one ticked a lot of boxes. Modern, spacious, great view, hardwood floor, fully equipped kitchen. Unfortunately, the walking distance to the station was a deal breaker for my client. So I kept looking. Next, I shortlisted a few properties in South East London. You can watch the full viewing day here.